In this demonstration video, I'm going to discuss some things about UltraBROKER. Specifically, we're going to look at the use case of having a hospital information system or an EMR that can send ADT but does not support orders or any kind of order messaging. Just some of the options that we have. So this is an UltraBROKER. On the left side, you've got your DICOM Modality Work List settings. On the right side, your HL7. Obviously, the broker is designed to do both DICOM and HL7, so you've got these two components. On the right-hand side for HL7, normally when you receive an HL7 message, if it's an order message, you'll receive an order, and then that order will have enough information to build a DICOM order. So you'll have the patient information, information about the visit, and then usually scheduled procedure step and requested procedure step information, which are all the components you need to build a complete order in the DICOM world from HL7. And of course, an ORM message is what has all that information. So in that case, I've received some ORM messages already on this broker, and here they are. Here's some ORM messages that are processed on my broker. So if I try to do a DICOM Modality Work List query against this broker, I should see those results. And in fact, here's my work list client. If I do hit find down here, which is going to do a Modality Work List query, and I'll show you over here on the right-hand side, you can see right now I have 0 clients and I have 35 queries. If I come over here and hit find, it does the query. You can see I get the results. And back over here in the broker, you can see I now have 36 queries. So we ran a query against the broker and got a bunch of results for orders that are already in the broker. But let's assume for a moment that we have a device that's going to send orders that does not do ORM, but instead can do ADT only. So I have here a node. This particular node, this is I'm going to use a sample message from Epic. I'm listening on port 9150. With a dictionary, it's going to map an ADT message into our database. And again, it's ADT, so there's not really enough information to generate a full order. I'll show you what I mean. Here's the actual ADT message that I'm going to send to the broker. And in the message, you can see I've got information about the patient. Here's my patient ID number here. I've got a patient name, date of birth, the sex, the address, their referring physician's name, and so forth and so on. But there's no order information. There's no, not enough detail to actually generate an order, no accession number or anything like that. So in order to send this message into my broker, my first step is I have a little test utility we use to send HL7. So you can see here I've got my, this is my sample message that I just showed you, and I'm going to hit send. So right now I've got 2 messages received and processed. I'm going to hit send. This is going to increment to 3. So I now have that ADT. Now if I look in my procedure list, you're going to see that particular patient is not in here. So my patient in the message, let's find the patient name, is right here. The patient's name is John Galt. But when I look here in my procedure list, I don't see a John Galt. And the reason for that is because there's not enough information to create a complete order. So we created a patient record and a record for the visit, but there is no actual order that can be displayed on a modality because there's no procedure type, procedure codes, all that stuff is missing. So how do we fill in? How do we backfill all that stuff? So let me show you. We have a interface for adding orders. So this is a simple web page that a technologist or front office staff or really anybody can use. Once an ADT message is received, if you click on Query Patient, well, actually you have to log in first, so let me log in. I'm going to click on Query Patient, and you can see here, there's my patient, John Galt, the one that I just sent. So that patient was received. And if I want to create an order for that patient, by the way, I could do a search too. So if you have a long list, I could put the patient's last name in, hit Query Patient, and it finds it. I could also query by patient ID and so forth. But once I've identified the patient that I want, in order to create an order so that it shows up on the modality, I come over here and click on New Study. And then this is just a series of drop-downs. So I'm going to go through here, click a couple drop-downs. So I'll make this a routine study. This will be a CR. I'll choose, and by the way, when you click on the procedure type or the modality type, then that gives you all the available procedure codes or the descriptions for the codes for that type. So I'll just put hand complete 3 view. We'll say it's a left hand. I'll just use demo procedure reason. I click on update, and you can see here it successfully created that procedure, and here it is. So now I have that procedure in my list. And in fact, if I come back over to my broker and look at my procedure list, now I should see a procedure for John Galt. You can see it right there. And if I use my modality emulator to do that query. So we'll query again from here, and there it is, John Galt. I'll run through the scenario one more time just to demonstrate it. Here's another message, a different message. This time the patient's name is Dagny Taggart, different date of birth, different sex, obviously. Right now, if I look in my interface, so I'm going to click on Query Patient, and you can see I have no Dagny Taggart here right now. But if I try to send this study, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find that HL7, it's HL7 sample 3. So you can see now I've got Dagny Taggart in here. I'm going to send that message. I'm going to click Send. I'm going to come back over here and click on Query Patient. And now Dagny Taggart shows up in my list. And I'm able to select Dagny Taggart, do a new study, click a couple drop downs in here. So I'm going to make it routine. We'll do another CR. We'll make it a bone density. Demo procedure reason, update. There we go. So now we have that accession number added. And if I click on Query Study, there she is. There's Dagny Taggart's study for today. So that's it. So that's basically how you would create orders. So the part that really that a tech would only have to worry about to create these orders is this page that you're seeing here. They would just, every time they register a patient or a patient registration is edited or updated or anything like that, the EMR or the hospital information system would send the ADT message to the broker, and then automatically they'd be able to go in here, click on Query Patient to find their patient. It's basically just a couple clicks. They're going to click Query Patient, select the patient they're looking for, click New Study, select the drop-downs, update, and you're done. Then they could walk over to the modality and do their DICOM Modality Work List query. Thank you.